Liv Morgan's a pop star. Who knew?
Gunther reveals why he wants to face Seth.
And Punk envies Roman before apologising to him. So we don't really need to have a match on Sunday.
No.
Hello, welcome to WrestleMX, the best wrestling channel you've never heard of. I'm Michael.
I'm Sally.
We begin straight away with a pre-recorded video from Roman Reigns. He calls Punk a liar, as we then see various clips of Punk through the years, saying one thing and then doing the other. He never surrounded himself with a wise man, but then you see him with Heyman. He never needed help to win, but then you see the Shield get involved in one of his matches from yesteryear. Another clip has Punk saying the company treated him like a dog, followed swiftly by another of him saying he was champion for 400 odd days. Reigns is saying Punk's a liar and he'll give him one opportunity later to tell the truth. After the clips you hear Reigns' voice over his own video saying this message has been approved by your tribal chief. Echoes of NWO, if you can remember that far back.
We head to the ring next with Adam Pearce and Triple H.
Ooh, they're having a match.
Adam says the contract signing of Lesnar and Femi will take place separately, with Heyman then heading out, and of course introducing Brock. The pair then head to the ring with no chairs or a table, with Brock just holding the contract and signing.
Could have done that last week, to be fair.
Yeah.
They? Or send them in the post and then
Yeah. The crowd chant for Oba after the signing, with Lesnar then getting on the mic. Lesnar tells the crowd they won't even know Oba's name after the weekend, with Heyman following up with, spoiler alert, Brock's going to win.
We have a video of Logan Paul and Austin Theory training, I can't read, for his and their upcoming 6-man tag match against LA Knight and the Usos. This match will kick things off on WrestleMania Saturday.
First up, Charlotte Flair versus Lyra Valkyria, with both women having their respective tag partners with them. There's the usual big boots, slaps, and Flair into the corner and out over the ropes move, with the pair also exchanging moonsaults and 2-count covers. A fisherman's suplex and cover net Lyra another 2, with Flair then tossing Lyra out the ring and into Bayley. The wrestlers get back in the ring where Flair rolls up Lyra, but Bayley reaches through the ropes and breaks the cover by grabbing Flair's leg and tripping her.
I tell you what, that Bayley must be strong.
She is. Lyra then rolls up Flair and scores the victory. After the match, all 4 women get in the ring, but it's all just pushing and shoving.
I thought it was going to get it on as usual,
Yeah.
but Flair wasn't interested. Backstage we see LA Knight and the Usos talking when Solo and the MFTs roll up, minus Tama. Solo says the Usos make the family look bad because they're hanging around with Knight obviously taking exception. He then proposes a 6-man tag later to get some practice in before their real WrestleMania 6-man tag. He likes to get a 6-man tag going, doesn't he, on LA Knight? Oh dear.
Next we have an in-ring interview with Stephanie Vaquer, conducted by Kathy Kelly. But just as Kathy's about to ask her first convoluted question, Vaquer is pushed in the back by Liv Morgan, echoing last week's attack by her to Morgan, with Vaquer crashing into Kelly. The superstars then scuffle in the ring, with backstagers then heading out and breaking the pair up.
Morgan then gets on the mic and begins to sing. No, she doesn't. Morgan gets on the mic and says she knew Vaquer's mother was trash, but didn't know she raised a little pitch. Vaquer fires back with some Spanish, with the pair then engaging once again, only for backstagers again to break them apart. Kathy Kelly was seen limping away after the squabble, so expect to see her on Raw after Mania calling out Morgan.
We cut to backstage with Jackie Redmond, and she asks IYO SKY if there's anything she wants to say after her match with Jade Cargill. "I lost," comes the reply, and then says she'll be rooting for Ripley at WrestleMania. The Kabuki Warriors then appear, with Asuka saying last year Sky went into WrestleMania as champion. This year, she's just Ripley's sidekick. Sky tells Sane she doesn't have to listen to this, with Oscar then booking a match between Sky and Sane for later.
She's the new GM of Raw then,
Yeah,
isn't
clearly.
she? Up next, the Usos and LA Knight versus Solo, JC and Tonga Loa, with Tala at ringside. The match is going along nicely with everyone having a go when Solo and Jay end up on the outside. Solo gets the upper hand and then stops as Tama Tonga appears in Timekeepers. Solo asks where he was, with Tala staring him down. We then quickly head back to the ring to see Knight hit a BFT to Tonga Loa and then cover for the win, which we very nearly missed.
Yeah. We then recap Pat McAfee, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes from SmackDown.
Which got me thinking, right, you know how WWF/WWE brought in Mike Tyson in early 1998? You might not remember, but you're certainly aware of it. And he was to be a special guest enforcer / referee for the WrestleMania 14 title match between Shawn Michaels and HBK and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Everybody knew who Mike Tyson was. Yeah. Like, even your grandma knew who Mike Tyson was.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing in Pat McAfee, who nobody knows. Now, we know him because we watch WWE. But if we didn't watch WWE, we would not have a clue who this guy was. Yeah?
No.
Tyson was the youngest ever world boxing champion, and still is.
Didn't know that.
He unified all 3 boxing titles and became world champion twice. Pat McAfee, no world titles, just a punter. Now, if you like him, you won't like what I've said, but I ain't bothered. But the point is, you're bringing in Pat McAfee to be a voice piece for Randy Orton, who's, I mean, yes, McAfee's been in it before. He was just an announcer, or while he was a commentator, colour commentator. He wasn't calling play-by-play. He wasn't like Wade Barrett. He couldn't call the moves. Fine, I get that. He wants to be part of the business. Okay, I get that. We all do. We all enjoy watching it. But he's just an absolute no one. Let's say 1998, you're bringing in Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson.
Yeah, everyone around the world
knew. The world knew him.
Yeah.
The world. You bring in Pat McAfee. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows him. I'm not bothered. If you're going to bring someone in, right, I know you wouldn't, I know it's silly, but if you want to bring somebody in, bring in Tom Brady. At least people know who he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Like most NFL's champion Super Bowls ever.
Yeah.
Or something like one person, like even more than some teams. And this is one guy. Like, people know, I know he wouldn't fit that role. I'm sure you could have made him a heel.
Yeah.
And he might not be great on the mic. He might not be a great talker. That's fine. But at least people know who he is. You're bringing in this guy just because he's signed to you and he's got some podcast show thing that literally nobody knows, unless you're into Pat McAfee. Yeah. So that's me done anyway. Yeah. Is it me or is it you now? You can go on with this.
Okay, cool. Next out, Gunther. And after getting in the ring and laughing, he's jumped by Rollins. Gunther escapes the ring with Seth then saying he's going to finish the job in 6 nights' time. He then tells Gunther to head back to the ring and tell him why he wants to fight him at WrestleMania.
This should be good.
Gunther does and tells Seth he's peeing him off. He says Seth struts about thinking he's the best in the ring, but he is, meaning Gunther. Gunther then says WrestleMania is personal to him and that Rollins couldn't lace his boots. The pair then lock horns again, with Gunther eating a super kick but avoiding a stomp on the steps. So, reading between the lines, Gunther wants to show Seth that he's the best, really.
I'm glad he got back in the ring and told him.
Yes.
Because usually it's just like, get in here and tell me why you want to fight, and then they're like, nah, and then they walk off.
Yeah.
But at least he's said we need some clarity on. I mean, it's a good angle because they're like, oh, we need Seth and Gunther in a match at Mania because it's the biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
These two are big guys.
Big names.
We need them in. Let's put them together in a match. What's the angle?
No one knows yet.
Gunther wants to prove he's better than Seth.
Yeah. Because that is very Gunther.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Seth's a better showman. Gunther's a better wrestler.
Yeah.
Interesting. We get a WWE club video, so that's more money that they want off the poor old fans.
Yep.
I mean, it ain't going to be free, is it? And then we get a small demon video, then see Dom complaining to Adam Pearce in the back. Dom asks for his match with Balor to be cancelled as he signed to fight Finn and not the demon, so he knows who the demon is.
He knows who he is.
Last week, he was like, who's this guy?
Geezer? Yeah.
Now he's like, oh yeah, I don't want to fight him. Pearce retorts that at WrestleMania, Dom will get what he deserves. And he probably will lose, to be fair. You want to have this big build and Demon come back to lose.
Exactly.
No chance.
Exactly. Next up, IYO SKY versus Kairi Sane. Oscar alongside,
Of course
obviously.
she is.
Sane gets the early going with the fight, then heading outside, and Sky landing a moonsault from the timekeeper's barrier. We eventually end up back in the ring and on the top rope, with Sky hitting Sane, who falls back inside the ring. Oscar then attacks Sky while the referee deals with Sane.
Who'd have thunk it?
This draws out Ripley, who's about to riptide Oscar, but she gets attacked by Jade Cargill.
The two heels then team up and start booting a downed Ripley, with Sky then diving out the ring at Cargill. Sky goes back to the ring, kicks Sane, and then looks for the moonsault, but the ref checks on Sane again. That rhymes. Oscar takes advantage and trips Sky as she's on the top rope, which sends her crashing to the mat. This then allows Sane to roll up Sky for the 1, 2, 3.
Out next, Oba Femi to sign his WrestleMania contract, and as soon as he's signed, Paul Heyman appears on the rampway. Heyman says he's clearly a hit with the fans and also a violent man. He says Oba's the most violent man in WWE since Brock Lesnar. The fastest rising star to the top of WWE since Brock Lesnar. He's also the most impressive athlete since Brock Lesnar. But come WrestleMania, it'll all come crashing down with an F5. Heyman finishes by telling Oba that after WrestleMania, when he needs to rebuild his career, his door is always open.
Looking to hire him already. Femi fires back that the physical scars will heal, but the emotional ones that are there after he beats Heyman's beast will be there forever. He then tells him to close his door of opportunity, as the only one he needs is already open, and that is the door to WrestleMania. Oba goes on saying he will slay the beast, he will meet his end, and that he's the one. He's always been the one. Afterwards, Triple H gives Oba a handshake, which was very well deserved, I thought.
Yeah.
Excellent promo.
Definitely, yeah. Such a good job. Liv Morgan. Oh, God.
Why are you laughing? This is amazing.
Liv Morgan.
I'm going to buy. Can you buy them anymore?
I don't.
Or do you have to
The
download
CDs
it?
exist. I don't know.
Who knows? Get it on the old tape. What?
Liv Morgan has launched a pop career. Yes.
Amazing.
We see her new music video next, which is...
It's giving me Britney
Yeah.
Spears and Christina Aguilera vibes.
Yeah.
I'm certainly getting early
2000s.
2000 feels.
Like a bit of like the look, like the dirty video of Christina.
Yes.
But I was getting like the dance moves because there was a few other women of like the Pussycat Dolls.
I wasn't getting that.
But-
Just the sound, the look, the video.
Awful. What?
Jealous. So, to the last match of the night and the main event of the evening. Javon Evans and Dragon Lee, that new tag team, versus Rusev and JD McDonagh.
Nice.
As you can imagine, this match was manic, with Dragon Lee picking up the victory after hitting JD with a Styles Clash. After the match, Rusev ran riot on Lee and Evans, with Rey Mysterio then heading out. Rusev saw him off, which then drew out Penta, but Russo also saw him off. Evans then had a go, but Rusev dealt with him and then everyone else, including McDonagh, which left the Bulgarian standing tall. But he ain't going to be standing tall. Which day is it? Sunday. He will not be standing.
No, so why bother?
Because just to give him that, because everybody knows Rusev ain't going to win. Sorry, Rusev, if you're watching. But, so they've got to give him a bit of a, he might win.
Yeah,
He's not going to win. You can't pull the wool over our eyes, WWE. We are on to you.
Backstage, we see Adam Pearce on the phone when Danhausen appears. He wants to speak to Cena, who he believes is on the phone, but he's not. With Pearce then saying if you want to speak to Cena, he'll be hosting a WrestleMania. Danhausen, Cena interaction incoming.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, this is going to be very cringeworthy.
Oh my God.
Isn't it? Because they're going to have to act a bit like us. And it's just going to be like, oh, please come
Even though I'm a big Cena fan, I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah. So, the last segment of the night, and the real main event of the evening, Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Reigns came down the rampway, while Punk opted for a crowd entrance. Punk stood on the announcer's desk and said he was here to tell the truth, and then asked Roman to tell him when he was telling lies. Punk then heads towards the ring, with Reigns telling him that if he steps in the ring, they won't need the mics. Ooh.
Punk speaks from the apron and tells Reigns he hates him because he envies him. He actually envies the fact that things were handed to him, and envies the duration he held the title, and hates he's main evented at WrestleMania so many times. Punk then apologises for speaking about Reigns' father, before then stepping into the ring. He says he hates there's more than one royal family in wrestling, and hates he envies that he wasn't born into a dynasty.
He goes on to say he conquered the Indies before going to Japan and all around the world twice. And he still can't find his baby. He hates feeling like this, but come Sunday, he's still going to be champ. Reigns says that's the truest stuff he's ever heard him say, apart from the last bit. He goes on to say he hates Punk, but the main reason is because his relationship with the fans, and hopes that when he leaves, they chant for him for 10 years straight. Reigns finishes by saying on Sunday he'll come out on top, and the tribal chief will take back over. Raw then goes off the air with the pair staring at one another. No fisticuffs.
No.
Which I was kind of expecting.
Yeah, but I don't think they couldn't have really one standing tall over the other before
so
the
close
match.
to Mania.
Yeah,
No,
they needed to be kind of equal.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought the promos were all good this week. It was what was expected, but the thing is, they were to the point.
Yes.
Like Seth and Gunther.
Yeah.
Seth says to Gunther, "Come here, or tell me why you want a match." Gunther's like, "Because you think you're better than me, but I'm going to prove I'm better than you."
Yeah.
All words to those effect. But then they just start brawling. You didn't need a 20-minute promo, which
No.
sometimes you get at the start of Raw or SmackDown, and you find that they just start repeating what they say or wording it in a slightly different manner. And it's like, well, you said that 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You're saying the same thing. I don't need that. But aside from that, I thought, yeah, the promos were excellent this week. So now for Michael's moment of the night. This could be a match, a line, a look, a promo, something funny, interesting, quirky, different, just something that catches my eye. Obviously, it has to wait until the end, because if I do it halfway through and it's something that happens at the end, it's kind of a spoiler. So Michael's moment of the night is Oba Femi's promo.
Yeah.
He never missed a beat. He waited for the crowd to stop before he carried on.
Yeah.
They chanted his name. He just gave it a beat. He even interacted with them because he said listen, and then they stopped and he spoke. And you've got to think he did all of this in front of his boss, Triple H, and one of the greatest talkers of his all time, Paul Heyman, who he was delivering this to, because Heyman was at the end of the rampway.
Yeah.
He absolutely nailed it. He got his point across. The crowd hung on every word. Triple H gave him a handshake at the end and probably said, "You absolutely nailed that."
Yeah.
Which I hope he did. I just thought it was it was just brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some other good promos, but you got to think. I'm not saying he's never spoke before.
No.
And of course he's practiced at NXT. But this is the ultimate Raw before Mania.
Yep.
He's got to deliver in front of Heyman and Triple H.
That's a lot of pressure.
It is massive pressure, especially in front of your boss. It's massive pressure. And he absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
Well done, Oba.
Yeah.
Well done.
If you wish to agree or disagree,
You ain't disagreeing with that.
or have any thoughts or views that you would like to share with us, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to go and check out our Musings video with thoughts and opinions on the last week of WWE, because a new one drops every
Full moon?
Wednesday.
Thank you, as always, for watching if you do.
And we'll see you Wednesday for a look at this past week in WWE, Thursday for our WrestleMania predictions, Saturday for SmackDown, and then Sunday, Monday for the big one, WrestleMania.